We know where this guy stands.
I knew I couldn't respond to disrespect, right? I knew, for lack of a better word, I couldn't be too black. Even in trying to adjust to be at least more of what certain people wanted, they still fired me.
Ditto with now former ESPN football analyst and Super Bowl winner Ryan Clark. Bosa is the type of guy to demand politics and sports stay separate, yet he dons a MAGA cap to interrupt quarterback Brock Purdy's interview on NBC.
Some discussion you had a hat on that was not the hat you're currently wearing in the postgame. Why did you take that opportunity to make what would appear to be a political statement?
I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I think it's an important time.
And then he chickens out post-game. Though when Clark was open...
Like when I see people in public, like OGs and like aunties and stuff, and they tell me they proud of me, and they proud of like, and they proud of like the way I represent the community. Yeah. I wouldn't change anything. Because that means the world to me.
Bosa loved every second of it. When the news broke of Ryan Clark, now a former football analyst with ESPN, and a team captain, as voted on by his peers with the Pittsburgh Steelers. When the news broke of him, that guy, being fired by ESPN, he tweeted this hand emoji. Now, this has a very, very special meaning in right-wing circles, the same ones that Bosa operates in and also believes in. It's the same hand signal the New Zealand mosque shooter threw up in court. Ditto with the late hard-right podcaster Charlie Kirk doing the exact same thing. Stephen Miller, an advisor to Donald Trump and the architect of the very strict immigration policy in the United States of America, yeah, he threw it up too. An intern for Miller was caught throwing up the white power sign as well. His name is Jack Brewer. This is not a coincidence that, in my view, Bosa tweeted this out. He knew exactly what he was doing. The breakdown is rather simple. Instead of it being interpreted as okay or the circle game, white supremacists see a W and a P to signal to one another white power. Now, Ryan Clark, at the time of Nick Bosa going on the field of Levi's Stadium, where his team, the San Francisco 49ers, play football, and wearing a MAGA hat, Ryan Clark did say this about the entire situation.
Never before has sort of partisanship had divided the country in the way that it has. Since 2016, that's been what it is. And when you say make America great again, what was so great about it before? What part of America are you trying to get to? Based on what we're hearing coming out of many of these campaign rallies, there's only one side that truly degrades and speaks negatively of the differences in other people, where they're from, the colors of their skin. There's only one side that does that. There's a long following of Nick Bosa's tweets where it's a lot of pushback against the culture, which is weird because in the locker room, it's such a melting pot of people where you accept one another's differences. I also think it's sort of ironic this happens in San Francisco, where Colin Kaepernick legitimately lost his career, not because he said America is a bad place, because he said, I want to make America a better place for people like us.
I think everyone needs to understand a few different things here, okay? we are, in a way, controlled by algorithms. It is how we see certain things. We are fed things that we largely agree with, or even, in my opinion, if someone were to, let's say, have like a takedown of a conservative, or a takedown of a lib, or a takedown of a leftist, or a takedown of a rhino, or whatever the hell, it would be framed in a way that that person agrees with. Nick Bosa is being fed those exact same things. He does not tweet. He came back to Twitter to tweet that hand symbol. I mean, to borrow the very word, it's symbolic. But he is on Instagram, and he does follow some god-awful people on that platform, which tells me he is being fed awful things. And it also tells me, likely, that he knows what that hand symbol means. And if you were to go back and look at some of our old videos, when I covered Nick Bosa going all in on Trump and his girlfriend at the time, unclear if they're still together, but they had a cookie business and she would use the N-word on Twitter over and over and over again. And her sister used the N-word on Twitter over and over and over again. And we uncovered his likes on Instagram and the conspiracy theories that he was going after and applauding and liking and approving. There's no doubt in my mind that he had been fed this symbol a few different times, understood its meaning, took it on, and tweeted it above Ryan Clark, a black man who says that he could not express his full blackness on ESPN in his podcast, which you should go check out. I believe it's 49 to 50 some minutes long, where he explains everything and talks through everything, that he would tweet that symbol. It is gross. It is gross. And I don't want to hear any defense of this anymore for Nick Bosa. He is indefensible. Indefensible. He supports the pedo party that are covering up the Epstein files. He is supporting fascism. He is supporting the influencers that support fascism. He tweets out a white power symbol. That there is no defense. Stop saying that, oh, well, in the locker room, it's so diverse and it's a melting pot of cultures and it's like America to a small extent. But there are sometimes the outliers, like a Nick Bosa, like a Joey Bosa, who will make their politics quite clear. And you know where they learn from it? Check it out on demand. Their dad. Their dad, who has reposted and liked links and stories from literal white supremacist outlets. That's where they learned it from. John, who blocked me on Twitter, probably for a good reason, because we were exposing how much of a bigot he was. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYT Sports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.